Hello and welcome to more Signalis. We finally found a human. We've met one before, but this one has a gun, so they're better.
She's very sleepy.
Yeah, our favorite humans are the kind with guns. And the kind that live in a giant meat cave, just a world of meat. I don't know why I went through that door. This is where the boss died.
Which
flesh
was a
tangle.
crowd of bodies in a cage.
Yeah, a flesh tangle.
When you
Wonder
put
if-
it that way. Make it sound
Um,
unseemly is all.
I think my health is coming back.
Should do. I think the injectors, like, isn't it the...
Yeah, instantly restores a large amount of health. How would...
Yeah, I was good, because
Oh, I only equipped it. I'm a jackass. That's why.
I was going to say, the spray foam is like a faster version of the slap patches, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, this game's ridiculously simple equipping system has baffled me many times.
Mm.
That is a personal problem. Did we bother with the flare gun? We got 2 open slots, but we're in a new area. There's probably going to be a lot of puzzles.
Yep. There is one puzzle in particular which is going to take a lot of inventory spaces. So
Eternity here
how much-
has meat in it too, so.
Yeah.
This can't mess with that. Unless till death do us part is somehow the solution. Ooh. New monsters. Got enough shotgun ammo. Let's try this thing out.
Miss, you appear to have a leg where your face should be.
I think I had more flares, but I didn't take them.
You kind of left them behind.
I don't think you're going to recover from having a belly full of fire. I know I usually don't.
Okay, what is it that's in flares? Is it magnesium?
Sounds about right. I can't say otherwise, so yes, definitely.
Yeah, whatever it is that's in flares. If you've ever seen the damage that it can cause to flesh, not pretty.
Another ring. We need someone with a lot of fingers.
Or a lot of hands.
Oh. What good are hands without fingers?
You know, that's a very good question. It reminds me of a story I once heard, but I won't go into it right now. Okay.
Definitely have my flashlight for this.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how well this will show up on the stream or on the recording, but
Yeah,
this bit is very dangerous.
Oh boy. Well, I have quite a
I've
high
seen
bit
people
rate going.
just- Yeah, and I've seen people just run into that because there's fucking monomolecular wire everywhere.
Yeah, this is a low resolution game to begin with, and we need every pixel of video quality to survive.
Yep.
I assume these filaments will kill us somehow. And look,
I don't know if
another
they
ring.
kill you outright, but they do it, or they do a shitload of damage.
Mhm.
Either way, you don't want to be messing with them.
Yeah. Me ruin this real quick. Okay, I can't. I'm too healthy. I think I'm just gonna have to put back the flare gun. And the auto injector. We'll get to it. There's another thing right there too. I think I need 2 empty spaces.
Possibly 3, because there's 2 auto injectors in here.
Yeah. Wow.
Although I think that one might be closed off.
We'll see, because I think that's the next thing I need to do. But first, there was an additional door. I think I ran out of stamina, maybe? It's hard to tell, because this character runs very slowly to begin with.
Mhm.
Okay. That was one flare. Loaded it straight into my flare gun. And now we can go back to the upper meat caverns. Do we have a map for
Again,
this?
just when you put it like that.
Yeah, the stream title is Into the Meat Cavern, not a euphemism.
But it can be if you want it to be.
Yeah, I mean, this is heavy lesbian undertones in this game.
Yeah, undertones. Sure, let's go with that.
Yeah, if this were a Silent Hill game, they would be overtly designing the monsters to be sexy ladies trying to seduce James Sunderland.
Just be one shaped like a Hitachi magic wand.
Subaru. I think I need the pistol instead. This revolver is used up for now. I spent too much of it on the boss fight. Damn it. I forgot you can't reload from the inventory. So...
Probably put the repair patch back in because there's at least, what, 3 injectors that you can get?
Oh yeah, lots of healing in there. I didn't equip
2
any
in the
weapons.
mesh room
Smart.
and 1 upstairs.
Now those were orange auto-injectors and blue auto-injectors, which I think are auto-injector plus. I think they take up separate inventory slots.
Everyone does that from what I've seen.
Yeah, could be worse. Could be a whole lot worse. At least this isn't like The Witness, and we have to memorize the room layout so as to answer a weird little puzzle. Flesh plate. Back when I played D&D with my fucking asshole high school friends.
Okay, I know this is not going to be a good story.
No, it's not. We would occasionally, to either troll the DM or because the DM was a creep, we would roll penis sizes. And one person rolled like 6 inches wide and 1 inch long. So we called it the meat plate. You knew it was going to be bad.
Was this D&D or was it Fatal you were playing? Because there's a lot of similarities, all I'm saying.
When you have a group that purchases and uses the Book of Vile Darkness, there's virtually no difference.
Yeah. I remember, I think this was like 2006, 2007, when copies of Fatal first started making it onto the internet. And someone made a automatic character generator. You just had to, type in your name and select a couple of things, and it would do everything for you. And one of the people that we were doing that with actually wound up rolling something very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Except their penis was about, God, I think it was something like 4 foot wide. 5 foot long, and we were like, so is it like a footstool?
It's love sausage from The Boys.
The Boys, yeah. we just wound up calling that character Footstool for the rest of the day.
See, it's a universal experience. If you've played any sort of role playing, you recognize weird dick shapes. It's
the
part
book
of the world.
Vile dick shapes.
Yep. Prisoner from which the only escape is death. It's Raleigh. They're describing Raleigh.
Yeah, there are a lot of Lovecraftian literal references in this.
Mm-hmm.
That line about things have learned to walk which ought to crawl, or things that ought to crawl have learned to walk. forget how it is. That is literally from one of his stories. I forget which.
Hmm.
And does this look familiar to anyone?
That's like that commander's bed, sort of.
That the escape pod. It's almost like it's a recurring visual image.
Yeah, they do like to do that.
Yeah.
The similar things in separate areas.
Errol. The things you hear tuning into a stream at the 20-minute mark. You can't say we're not consistent.
This is a rough one to tune in late. Nothing I can do to help it.
Welcome to the meat pile.
This is interesting.
Leave this place. Leave.
Place this leave.
Bittle and then you took it away, so I couldn't continue to be a smartass.
Yep. You couldn't don't dead open inside. I don't know, I'm just playing.
Trial, error.
Yep. I can't play Funky Town on this thing.
I need an old-fashioned cell phone for that.
Yep.
Or a landline.
Oh, it's a heavy padlock. Yeah, rusty heavy padlock. That's what the rusty key goes to.
I haven't seen one of those in this game yet.
True, yeah, and we can't see it now. It's slightly off screen. Which seems like a mistake.
Teases.
Yeah. Could have further added to the sense of alienation going from the high-tech area to this.
Yeah. That's a fair point, actually. This is about as low-tech as it gets.
Yeah. It's like when you fall into old Aperture in Portal 2.
Yeah.
Similarly jarring.
TBH, there are only 512 permutations of 9 on-off switches, which is easier to pick than a padlock.
512 it is. Okay, drawing this symbol didn't work.
I think, if I remember correctly, we have seen the thing that will allow us to get the combinations for these.
I always got to try the symbol and then...
Right. Yeah, it was right at the end of the last stream.
I don't remember that far back. I don't remember the beginning of the stream.
One of my friends likes to remind me that I have an insanely good memory for things, and I'm like, really just paying attention.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to have an extremely good memory. Now I just have a weird memory that, like, locks onto certain things and then never, ever lets them go.
Oh, yeah. When Season 3 of Yellow Jackets was airing, I was watching it with a friend, and I was remembering stuff from the first season that was becoming relevant in those episodes. And they were like, how do you remember this stuff? And I'm like, I don't know. I can remember obscure bits and pieces and plot details and references from movies that I haven't seen in 15 years. But if you tell me that you've got a meeting next Wednesday, it will enter my brain and it will be vaporized immediately.
Everyone's cognition is profoundly different. That's why it's useful to know other people.
That's where I'm going wrong, because I don't know anyone these days.
Me neither. The Raleigh book. I keep worrying that I'm pronouncing it like Raleigh, North Carolina.
I always heard it pronounced relay, as in the relay.
Huh.
Yeah, relay. A bargain.
I listen to a lot of the Darkest of the Hillside Thickets, and they write songs where they do the Ya Ya Cthulhu Fatagan chant in its entirety.
See, I always wind up thinking of Dark Corners of the Earth, the game, where they pronounce Ya as Aya.
Let's see, yeah.
So they're screaming, Aya Cthulhu! And I'm like, I cannot take you seriously. when you sound like the beginning of the song Hellfire.
Yep. The interpretations on those non-words are pretty extreme in their variants.
This is why you provide a pronunciation guide.
This room is useless.
As I said, I think the fact that Konami were literally, oh yes,
Didn't think that was gonna happen.
yeah. If you actually look at the bottle,
Mhm.
it tells you it's ammonium salts.
Smelling salts, yeah. That's the same
Once or
human.
twice.
I thought we were meeting a new human.
Nope, that's Bandage Girl.
From Super Meat Boy.
No, every time she might as well be, because every time she shows up, she's covered in more and more bandages and gauze.
So that character whose name I can't remember from Silent Hill 4.
Eileen.
That's right, yeah, Eileen.
Still one of my favorite character designs in any game.
Yeah, no. He ends up looking pretty cool after getting brutalized by a murderer.
Her and Heather, like two of my genuine favorite character designs of all time.
Oh yeah.
Just so simple, but they absolutely knocked it out the park.
Yeah, I mean, it's Silent Hill.
Yeah.
They really put a lot of thought into their character designs and monster designs.
Yeah, I think Eileen was the first character I ever saw in a game who had like realistic freckles.
Maybe I need to replay that game. I've never noticed it that clearly.
Yeah.
I have suspicions about the dolls and the rings.
Tell me your suspicions.
I think maybe the rings go in the face of the dolls. Can be open. Maybe I should put this back in my inventory and use it.
Don't forget that you can combine things.
Yeah. Okay, they're matryoshkas. Damn it. Yep, they're a classic rot front doll. We haven't been speaking German this whole time. We've been speaking Bartubian, or whatever the name of this planet is.
I think this is just out in the ass end of nowhere,
Mm-hmm.
or at least they've been the ship that you were on, the Penrose light vessel or whatever the hell it was called, was shot out into space and has traveled for some unknown amount of time. But somehow we've wound up on a mining colony somewhere.
Yeah. This too shall pass is a dangerous thing to write on a ring.
Especially alongside a wedding ring.
Yep. A wedding ring and a divorce ring. I could try and link these letters to the letters we translated from a different keypad, but that was a whole dungeon ago. I don't think that's going to mean anything.
Yeah, no, that's... Well,
Not that kind of game.
a hint. No. Well, not yet, at least. I will say, remember that one room with the thing under the glass dome?
Yeah.
Yeah, give that another look.
I'll find it soon. I think it was... I think
it's
back on the
this floor.
top level or around here, yeah. I think this is just a dead end. At the moment, it's a dead end. Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the old-fashioned microphone. We got keypad I can't mess with. I've considered shooting it with the rifle because the rifle says it is better than ballistic glass.
Yep. Unfortunately, not the correct solution.
I mean, it'd be my solution in virtually every game. You just shoot everything. Most puzzles do not hold up to bullets. So we have a microphone. It's clear that we need to tune it. One of these stations.
A couple of people just being like, I just brute forced that fucking thing. Okay, so basically for this puzzle, you use a couple of radio signals, and then the little pattern on the thing will show you what it is. So...
yeah, like we needed a cipher that tells us what triangle corresponds to and pentagon and diamond. Okay, the infinity is this symbol.
Okay, if you want to know the various combinations that we're going to need, 100.
Yeah, 100 I stumbled on.
1, 2, 3.
I guess I should have tried that, just accidentally. Yeah, that's our diamond. The diamond is everything except those three.
It's a K shape.
Yeah.
155.
Yeah, apparently the wiki
196.
just says the solution is to try every radio station and hope for the best.
Yeah, I've been looking for guides to see like what ones, where do you find the puzzle solution, and they're all just like, here's the puzzle solutions. Like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people just sort of pressed buttons and then got answers and
Pretty much, yeah.
used the answers. Okay.
Lama Lana LP by a guy on Something Awful called Agent 355, or 355, I should say.
Yeah.
And he was doing a playthrough that's not just here's how you beat the game, but here's how you get the context to get all the solutions to the riddles, which I thought was really good.
Yeah, it was cool. I've seen that one. It's very popular for good reason.
It's probably one of my favorite LPs just because it's not like here's the answer, but actually takes you through how you work everything out.
Yeah, I beat the Return of the Obra Dinn, but it turned out afterwards that I had missed the vast majority of clues that I was supposed to get. I was one click away from completing that accidentally.
There's 3 characters in particular that you can just basically mix and match because the game gives you enough info on them, but you can fudge enough of the details that it'll accept 1 of 3.
Something in this room almost killed me.
Yep, you might want to put on the flashlight.
Never.
Oh, fair enough. She died.
Yep. Fatal error. I think I've died once before.
I think that's the first death we've had so far.
No, I'm pretty sure I died once before because I'm not afraid of deaths, because when we died, we just went right back one room. Maybe. No, take us back into a loading point. Interesting. Everything I thought I knew about this game is false. So don't mind me. That, I guess, is our first actual death. Anyway, we got that solution as well. More impossible architecture.
I think you should still have the smelling salts in your inventory.
If I did, I
come up in this timeline.
Apparently not. We'll pick them up. After a stealth kill. Very stealthy. I'm the master of stealth.
just like screaming, "I am sneaking up on you!"
Yep. As stealthy as the protagonist of that game from the PS2, where you have to yell at them to get them to do anything.
See, I was thinking Sokka from Avatar, where he literally screamed "sneak attack" at one point.
That sounds like something Charlie Day or Jason Mantzoukas would do. Who are basically the same guy, now that I think about it.
Pretty much. I think they share the same facial hair. I may be wrong on that one.
Yeah. Jason Mantzoukas is in Twisted Metal, so check him out next Thursday for ridiculousness.
Next Thursday at 5 on Comedy Central.
Yep. Thank you, Pendulette. Oh, wait. I think I could put a Matryoshka doll in there. I think I need to put a Matryoshka doll in there. Yep, we got a fucking Indiana Jones trap.
No bags of sand, unfortunately.
Also, thank you, Kyril, for reminding me that the title of that game was Lifeline.
Oh, Lifeline.
Yeah.
That was certainly an attempt.
It is irrefutably a game. Did you hear they just announced a Lollipop Chainsaw sequel?
Oh God! Yeah.
And it's got the only thing they've said about it so far is that it will not feature any woke DEI.
Yeah, it will not be restrained by the fetters of woke DEI.
Yep.
James Gunn has nothing to do with it, in case you couldn't tell.
Yep.
Suda51's busy with his new game. I think this is going because the original Lollipop Chainsaw. Have you played it? I forget.
Nope. Always meant to. Never got around to it.
Yeah, the original was hit with I think it came out 2009, 2010. Possibly a bit later. I might be wrong, but it was at the time hit with a lot of accusations of sexism and pandering to the male gaze and all that kind of stuff. And the thing is that while you can certainly argue the case that there are some very sexist elements to the, how it looks and how all that kind of stuff appears, a lot of it is a lot more savvy than people really gave it credit for. Like, everyone around the main character, a lot of them are incredibly pervy and creepy, but the main character herself is very talented. She doesn't let anyone push her around. She's honestly willing to give people the benefit of the doubt way more often than she probably should. And very few of the jokes are at her expense. And, as I said, you can certainly make the argument that it could be better, but it wasn't as bad as people wanted to think it was. Also very, very, very funny. Yeah, it was James Gunn before he was a big DC guy. I think he had just done Slither a year or two before.
Yeah, I think it was right around that ballpark.
Very good film, if you haven't seen it.
I worked at a movie theater when it came out.
I'm surprised to hear that it actually got a cinema release.
Yep. Pretty small one. It didn't stay in the theater for long.
Yeah, I can't imagine it did.
I think I'm gonna need this repair spray.
Yep.
I wish I would pick it up.
Remake, but I hear it is fairly okay.
Yeah, that's probably a good way to experience it at this point. Although I'm worried about the IP holders getting any money at all.
Yeah.
Seems like they probably shouldn't at this point.
Yeah, I'm okay with ignoring the Lollipop Chainverse or whatever they wind up calling it.
Yeah. Oh, grenade shells. I haven't gotten those before.
I've forgotten there was a grenade launcher of some description.
Maybe there isn't. Maybe we load them into our
And
leg.
run up, just run up to them with a hammer and just go donk right in the forehead.
Yeah. As a robot, you could do that. You'll die, but you'll get replaced.
I mean, your feet are probably big enough or small enough to actually hit the firing pins.
You've thought this through.
All I wanted to do was read a copy of Playgirl.
Is that what Scatman Crothers was doing when he got chopped?
No, it's so. I think we've talked about it before. There's a documentary called Room 237.
Yeah, I remember that going viral.
Yeah, which is half a dozen people talking about their interpretations of The Shining. It is complete bullshit. All these people are coming up with the most insane theories as to what it all means. And one of them mentions the fact that in one scene, right at the beginning, Jack Torrance is sitting in a lobby reading a magazine, and he puts it down, and you can see that it's a copy of Playgirl from a very specific month. And they went and had a look and see what issue it was, and it's an issue which deals, well, not an issue which deals, but there's an article in it which talks about domestic violence, child abuse, all that kind of fun stuff. And they were like, this has to be in there for a reason, which, in fairness, anything Stanley Kubrick put in a movie, it usually is there because he wanted it for a specific reason.
He was pretty deliberate. I mean, somewhere along his thousands of takes, he would have cut it out if he wasn't meaning to have it there.
Yeah. So it being there, yeah, I can buy that. But it being there for the reasons that this person suggests, I mean, Danny wearing the Apollo 11 jumper and that being a knowing wink till we didn't go to the moon. The whole thing was faked by Kubrick on a soundstage in LA. That I could absolutely see. But everything else, it's like, it's interesting to hear you talk about this, but you're also insane.
So the fake the moon landing part is the thing that you think is most likely.
No. Let me be clear. I think we actually did go there. There's pictures. Now they say that he put it in there as a knowing wink to that urban legend, and that it was just him basically going, "Yeah, I hear what you're saying about all this nonsense, but it's kind of real."
Damn.
I think that one was 196.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was drawing on the little graphing calculator screen, but apparently not.
Thankfully, it's not too far away.
Yeah, this one's convenient enough that I won't lose my mind, like the other ones, where I inevitably will. Yeah, like what symbol is that supposed to be? I guess whenever I find a door, I'm just going to put a fucking plus sign in there and hope that it's the right one. Okay. Seems like there's a range of frequencies that work, so as to make this feasible to brute force.
Yeah, because there's 5 listed here.
Yeah, really, that's all we want, is we want to know which frequencies we need.
Yeah.
You can see the shape change of what the frequency is, but sometimes even when it changes shape, when you input it into the microphone, the same thing happens. However, this is new. This is the...
Yeah, that's the one.
This is the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The dream of Californication.
Yes. So too shall we. We're going to the Paradise City for some Californication.
I'll get the...
Lube.
I was thinking that, but then I thought maybe that's going a bit too far.
Maybe I'm not 12 years old. Nope, never mind.
I'm gonna at least try and class this up, but nope.
No can do.
Someone had to bring the tone down.
New room. Okay, it's a bridge. Yep, I figured there'd be enemies. Damn it. Why won't I lock on?
You still have the flare gun, or did you leave it?
Flare gun is ready to roll. Flare gun is online, but these jerks don't deserve flares. This one's out off the bridge. Gravity. Yeah, should be unable to come back anyway. When she does, she'll be out of bounds, and she'll perform a speedrun skip.
No.
New notes?
Literature.
Oh, Jesus.
On the first day, she was crowned. On the longest day, nothing was done. On the next day, she was wed. On the last day, she took her life.
Yep. On the first day, he collects the peas. On the second day, he grinds the peas.
Good night, little pea. Good night. I don't know why that stuck with me.
Yep. It's adequately disturbing that you can't forget it.
It's just the way he says, good night, little pea. I'm like, something very unwholesome about this.
There's something unwholesome about the entirety of Rule of Rose for the PS2.
Yeah, just in case people were thinking we'd gone insane or this was some kind of in-joke. No, this is a real thing.
The thing that hardly anyone ever got to experience.
Yeah.
Because they printed like 100 copies of that game.
There's a retro store that I go to every so often that sells loads and loads and loads of really obscure and old games going right the way back to like the Sega Mark III and beyond. And they have one copy of the aborted English release, UK release of Rule of Rose.
Nice.
And it's, I forget how much it goes for these days. When they first had it in, it was 600. I think it's up to close on $1,000 now.
Yep, I'd believe it. I once held a copy of Rule of Rose in my hands, the US release. And I really wanted it, but I said to myself, $35 for a game I've never heard of? That is not at all worth it. Just an unopened copy at the Best Buy.
Oh, dude.
Yep.
The biggest mistake I ever had was the UK release of Terra Enigma. Game never got a release in the States, and the UK release was very, very limited. It boxed fully complete. It regularly goes for about 300 to 500. And I remember being in a Virgin Megastore the year it came out at Christmas, and they had like an entire pile of them. Easily, like every copy they had, at least 10 or 20 copies. £5 each.
Oh boy.
If I could go back in time.
Keep going back to this room.
It's almost like you're drawn to it for some reason.
Yes. It is almost like that. Drawn to it by lack of innate sense of direction.
I mean, also that. Carol, I've heard of that game, but I'm not sure I've ever seen a playthrough of it. I would say rather than watching a playthrough of it, watch one of the many, many, many video essays about it.
It is a very frustrating and slow-paced game.
It is not a fun game to play.
No.
Back when PS2 emulation was first viable for me, it was one of the first I ever downloaded. Because, you know, obviously it's
oh boy,
practically a legend. Whoa, that
don't want to go in there, but I have to.
Maybe get the Nitro Express for that one.
I'm gonna get a lot of guns.
Yeah, all of them. But yeah, it was one of the first games that I acquired.
Yeah, Rule of Rose is like, that's what emulation was made for.
Basically, it's the only way anyone, any regular person would be able to play that one.
Yep.
And honestly, it is. Everyone says the story is amazing, music is fantastic, the atmosphere is world class. The gameplay is dog shit.
There's a lot wrong with it.
There is so much wrong with it.
More wrong than right.
It's like any like over the years, there's been plenty of point and click adventure games that have tried to shoehorn in combat mechanics, and it's like that. It's like if you took a point and click adventure game, put it into a third person adventure horror style engine, and then still tried to add combat mechanics to it. There are two good weapons in the game. One of them is required to get the best ending. The other is one that you get, I think, right at the end of the game. The main character is very frustrating for a lot of people, but in the context of the game, it makes perfect sense. Yeah, I would say don't watch playthrough of it. Just watch a video essay. They'll be able to explain everything, and there's a lot that's implied, or that can be inferred from various different events.
Here we go. Fight time. It looks like the rifle has penetration. I don't know if that's valuable.
I believe you can knock out several targets in one go.
I don't think I can flare gun the Mina.
No, she should be fairly simple to avoid anyway.
Yeah. Is the least threat. However, can also rifle her in the face. Uh-oh.
Ooh,
you missed.
He was leading the target a bit too much.
Not doing the blood thing, eh? Keep forgetting. You don't pause time when you get items. No
Not
combat
kind of
looting.
Game, no.
Yeah. There we go. Thought that was another Matryoshka doll, and shotgun rounds. Haven't been able to use my shotgun for a while.
In a while.
I missed my shotgun. I'm not going in there. There's enemies everywhere. This place is crowded. How did they all know the password?
I think we found where they were all hiding.
Jeez.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I gotta go back and restock before I can do anything around here.
They probably don't need to kill the Mina in this room.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about her. Too crowded. I don't have enough health for this. I think this side was crowded as well. With the brainworm guy. Thankfully, the equip screen does freeze time. We don't get audio anymore. Too hurt. I might regret going in here. Hey, this is familiar. Here's where presumably 6 plates are going to go.
Mm-hmm. That's the symbols of the various planets.
All Where's this door come out? Ah, the other side of that thing. Shortcut. That's where that is. Wouldn't mind having the option to heal, but I don't think I'm going to get that luxury. So I guess I'll just save frequently.
No way that can go wrong.
Yeah. Who needs healing when you can save? Nope, need the flare gun. Guess we'll take... Should load up the pistol.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can take the pistol or revolver ammo with you.
Yeah. The revolver ammo is just one shot. Like the Ministry song. Reload. Reload. Start putting stuff back. Definitely take that. And the one remaining flare. Feels pretty good.
Actually, do me a quick favor. Try and load the flare gun with the grenade round.
It's an interesting thought.
Designed to be flared from a flare gun.
Destroy or combine the flare gun. I think the little symbol there means, yeah.
High explosive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Repurposed as a grenade launcher.
That should be useful because there's like 5 enemies clumped up.
Yep.
Right tool for the job. I'm back on.
Me.
Yep. On one hit and I die mode again.
You will heal up to a little bit more health if you hang around.
Yeah, I know. Eventually the sound comes back and then you could take one hit and you die again.
86.
Ooh, actually. I can't take that. The mina caught up with me. 96 it is. We'll try to do this the way it's supposed to be done. Slowly. Oh, I have nothing
16?
equipped. That's my main problem right now. Gotcha.
How do you keep doing that?
There was a like hint when I put in the frequency. Maybe I'm misreading what the game's telling me and just getting lucky. I think that's probably the case, actually.
I'd be more inclined to believe, yeah.
Yeah. Metamorphosis. Painting has been metamorphosized from art to fire.
That just bugs me.
Incense. Thank you, Kafka.
Let's go.
Your mic only picked up enough. It picked up like one note of that, and I still recognized it.
Even my hair is slowly turning white.
My God. I guess we've been friends with this person we're obsessed with for a long time. Yep, had a different name. Weird. I thought they were replacing us. Maybe they're replacing the humans.
With another form of life. Bugs, probably.
I'll allow it.
You would.
Okay, the mina walked away, and... What did I just fire? A pistol! Perfect. Well, I'm dead.
You got nosed to death.
Yep. Orzoid.
Strange horse.
I just saved, so I think we're good.
Yeah.
Let's see how many plates we have real quick. That's probably the main thrust of this puzzle.
4?
We have 3. There's 1 that we can just replace with this doll, so we effectively have 4. We might need 1 more ring to get a 5th one.
Yeah, there's 3 rings for that puzzle.
Yeah. Nope, it was up. Damn it, get out of my way. Still have yet to use one of the horrible things that I need to use. $108. The devil is in all of you. We are meeting and shooting the creeper. Okay.
Yeah.
I missed the frequency this time. Apparently I need to try again. Excuse me, Mina. 244. Couldn't be further away from where I was. What? Okay, he just dropped dead. Had a heart attack.
Yep.
Didn't know that was a mechanic.
Yeah, it's basically it's psychic feedback. That's how you're supposed to kill them.
I got it. That in my inventory. We can't take the incense right now, but we will soon.
Yeah, the I think it's the Calibris. I always wind up forgetting which is which. But they're the ones that have the psychic hive mind.
Ah, yes.
So essentially what you're doing is they're psychically trying to kill you, and you're firing it back right at them.
Oh, nice. I think this calls for a shotgun.
Shotgun party.
Am I aiming at the dead one?
Because life is pain.
Yeah, there's a bit of auto aim in this game, and it always picks the wrong thing.
Like the one at the complete opposite end of the room there for some goddamn reason.
It hates me. Even my own guns are working against me. Another ring.
There we go.
That's gonna be the last one. So now I can put down some guns. Pick up some puzzle solutions, if I live.
Close.
Wouldn't mind having to do less juggling, but oh well.
Yeah, when they decided this was going to be a throwback, they decided it was going to be a throwback in the most hardcore way possible.
Yep.
For good and ill.
Yeah, the old PS1, even yeah, mostly PS1 experience.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of PS2, it was mostly limitless. Obviously, stuff like Code Veronica still had the item limits, but even then, it was a bit more generous. At least I don't remember having as many problems.
Damn it. There. Definitely gotta save, because I'm about to die.
I don't think there was any reviews or videos or anything about Signalis that didn't have the inventory limits as a big bugbear.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's more burdensome here than I remember in most PS1 and PS2 survival horror games, which I did play most of them.
And this is with the expanded inventory.
No, it's not. We tried to enable that and it didn't work.
Oh, that's right.
I think you had to start a new game to get that to work.
I forgot.
Yeah. We'll save that for now. Probably come back for all the ammo that I'm missing later.
Actually, it's slightly expanded because it used to be that the flashlight would take up a spot in the inventory.
Yeah, we're in the convenient hardcore mode, where they have certain items that don't take up a slot. You get an achievement for having that mode active and still putting an item in storage. I got that achievement accidentally, because I figured the eyeball was still taking up a slot. They intentionally put like 3 confirmation boxes for every item you pick up so that you get punished if you pick stuff up during combat. There we go, puzzle solutions. One of them's got to go all the way back to the burnt offering room. It's been useless to me for a very long time. This is just the frequency room. Still one frequency we haven't used. I forget what it is, so that's going to be burdensome when we need it. Incense can go back, rings can come out.
If you remember the piano puzzle from the original Silent Hill, this will seem very familiar.
That means I'm probably going to have to read the new ring that I got.
And probably look over the note again.
Yeah. Ah, okay.
Swear to God, if you bumblefuck your way into getting this one right. Or Rob or Ross.
Damn it. Menu navigation requires both the D-pad and the analog stick. And sometimes when you're doing the analog stuff, it just goes berserk and you gotta wrangle it back
after. Day, she was crowned. On the longest day, nothing was done. On the next day, she was wed. On the last day, she took her life.
Okay.
Crowned, married. Like crowned, nothing, wed, dead.
Married one is easy enough. Nothing on the middle finger, so she can still flip people off. So, serpents and black marble never particularly had much to think about in regards to crowns, but what do I know?
It does say Regent's Ring.
Ah, yeah. Yep, that's the solution. Ignore the information you're given, except for one word out of like 10. And then, of course, serpents kill you. So. The pause button.
Oh, that's supposed to be in reference to the queen that rules over the dictatorship that we're part of.
Hmm.
They never really go enough into the bigger picture.
Yeah, I think they really want you to read into it, make
Yeah.
your own fan theories about the world you're in. If the incense unlocks a plate, then we have all the plates.
Yeah, I think it should.
Pretty sure it does, yeah. Yeah, even the save screen says this is nowhere. We're in nowhere.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm fairly certain this is the last thing, or the last things that we need.
Yeah. So that which is normally a dead end is now where the incense goes. Just gonna wander around until I stumble into it. This goes nowhere because this just takes us down the path to the hands.
Yeah, you sure it's on this floor?
There's only the 3 floors, and 2 of them are interconnected. I thought we checked everything on the other 2. I know it's not on the blood floor. It's the surgery room. Should be... It's through here, isn't it? How did I miss this?
And then up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could have sworn I tried that door. Select an item to use. There we go. Nice.
Now I'm in a Busu.
Love plate.
Love plate, baby, love plate.
It's as big as a whale.
And it's about to set sail.
Now... There's like 3 ways to get back to where we need to go now.
Yeah.
And I am on track for none of them.
Whichever save room is closest to the plate room.
Yeah, which is none of these. I'm on the wrong route again. Could go up through there. That'd be a dangerous shortcut. This is just the corpse room. Get in the thing. This is where we want to be.
Yep.
We want to put
So
away everything.
I will say that we don't need to worry about weapons or anything for the next segment.
Yep. I mean, you didn't have to say that because we can't carry any weapons. We need 6 plates and we have 6 inventory slots.
Just reassuring you, you don't need to do like 3 and 3.
Yeah, but you know. Gonna start beating people with plates. I'm a master of murder frisbee.
It's the sound of clonking and wet squishing noises from whatever the hell is inside.
Gonna do the Dark Sector glaive. Which should be in more games.
Easily one of the best bits of that game.
I mean, that's the entire game.
Yeah, I mean, it's... To be fair.
Yeah. It's nothing except for a relatively cool weapon. Dinner time. We set the plates. Into an even more suggestive
looks
flesh tube.
Weirdly familiar.
Yep. Adler's still alive.
Got a little something in your never mind.
Okay, we found the place where you get sick if you go there. Is the sickness just radiation poisoning?
That would be so mundane.
Yeah, it would. Alright, who cares what's past the gate? We're going there anyway, and it's Evangelion.
This is the end.
I thought that said $1. It was so shaky. Think I can translate that? At the end of the day, everyone's an Elster. And every human is an Alina. You got to see the full Polaroid for one frame. Up, we broke another Elster. Guess they're gonna have to send another one. Oh well.
Yeah. It's just too big a fan of Ghost in the Shell.
Yep. Done in by a shoddy arm joint. Slightly better welding, and we could have saved the day.
Yeah, to be fair, was the arm that was shot by Falk.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually what happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, lots going on there.
Yeah, that went from abstractly psychological to pure symbolism.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioning End of Evangelion because that was a huge influence on that scene.
Very clearly. Oh no, I'm still broken.
Elster's dead.
Yeah, we can't follow the mouse anymore because we're dead.
Yep.
But if we were to reboot, we would wake back up somehow.
Damn, I was hoping you didn't know about that.
Yeah, this is the opening, yeah.
Yep. This is before the prologue.
Huh.
Ever prologue? I don't know.
Is this a long segment? Should we save this for another stream or?
Yeah, we should save it for now. I think the game is automatically saved, so next time we start up, it will continue from there.
Nice.
There is one more section of the game to go.
Yeah, I figured that wasn't the end, but it was a good fake out for the end.
Oh yeah, well, I have seen more than a few people.
Yep, just wrap it up there.
Well, that was what the fuck was that ending about? And people are like, okay, just not to spoil anything for you. What part are you talking about?
They probably got review bombed to hell back the day it came out.
Would not surprise me. Just so many people not getting the proper ending.
Do we still have a alternate? Nope. Title screen's back to normal.
Yep.
Yeah.
That entire sequence, though, there is a lot to go over there.
I mean, there were thousands of little images, and I'm sure everyone has a little story.
Yeah. And yeah, once we get to the proper ending, probably gonna have to spend probably a good half-hour minimum trying to explain my own interpretation of what's going on there, because there is a lot.
Yeah, I definitely think we can get into that as we see the actual conclusion and the full breadth of this story.